is so hard to open? Yeah, that's salt, because it's got a girl with an umbrella on it, which is the universally recognized symbol for salt. I'm gonna hang out in my kitchen. This is totally certified. Oh, hello. Welcome to Mind Chunk Kitchen. Today, we're gonna be drinking beer and making some sort of food from Minecraft. Bread, maybe some sort of mushroom bowl. We gotta construct ourselves a crafting table. So, I got these grid things. They're supposed to have fasteners that connect them, and I was gonna make the crafting table out of those since I don't have 4 planks. And I also don't have any fasteners. I should have left tape somewhere on the counter here, which I did. So now I just gotta figure out how to take all these fancy grid things and combine them into a crafting table. You know what time it is? It's a good time to drink responsibly. A lot of people ask me, Joe, I just drank 8 shots of tequila and I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And you've had about 17 beers, and you're still standing. How is that? And I always tell them, you start at 9 a.m. and you have a beer an hour. And if you're still awake later, you'll have had like 16 to 20 beers and you'll still feel fine. You know, I really only do this when I'm on the road. We got our first vertices of our crafting table assembled here. Ta-da! You know, because the more faces something has, the better. That's why in that Batman movie, they didn't, you know, they weren't content to just have you know, the Joker. And then we can even backlight it. Oh, that's a fan. I don't want that on. Look at that. This is sturdy as, well, I'm not going to touch it, actually. But it's coming along well. If you just keep repeating that to yourselves, quite honestly, I don't imagine it's coming along well at all. So, safety first. Also, it's important to have a nice clear work area. I don't. Once I have kids, it's unfair to them to build death traps in the kitchen. This thing could kill me. I mean, they will be my kids, so they'll be awesome just by the rule that all Americans' children are better than they think everyone else's children are. Death traps are patently unfair. That's why Finland just banned landmine. You can put a piece of wheat on that. Most shows don't tell you how to make an oven. Oh, that piece of tape is gone. Dear company that makes tape, if you want to be mentioned in my next video, I do accept donations. Not a tape. I would. It's actually not a donation either. I would take your money and use it to buy, you know, other things. If this was a drinking game, y'all at home could pretty much drink anytime I messed up trying to do this thing. You'd be drinking a lot, unless I edit it all out, because I'm smart in my head. This is made of a very hard metal. I'm gonna stop doing that. Look at that! That's not gonna kill anybody. Oh, well, maybe it will now. Note to self. Don't waggle the thing. All fixed. Still not gonna waggle it no more. Right now, what you see before you is a 2x3 grid. We all know that's not good enough. We need grids that are square. Everything is horrible. Why would anyone think that they could do this? There's no excuse for it. Does that look like a 3x3 grid yet? There we go. Now I can just stick this right up here next to this other horrible contraption. I don't even need to put tape on that. I'm gonna put tape on that. I mean, I think we could practically go to the moon or, you know, something if there were still a space program. America! We just need a place to put our, what do you call it? Things that come out of the crafting table. Let's call it food. And because this is taking me about an hour, that means it's time for beer number 2. Drinking on an empty stomach is generally considered to be a bad idea. I'm not a general, but I found it's true. You see, if you wait to cook until you're hungry, you're never going to get your food made in time. So really what you want to do is you want to prepare your next meal, like right after you have eaten, and then you got all this food that you can carry with you on your next adventure. It becomes second nature to me. I'm just a cube constructed robot. Hello, I am a robot, y'all. We just slap a backing on this thing. We can't reach the fancy backlight now. Can I poke this with my keys? No. Spatula. Look at how brilliant a crafting table this is. Okay, yeah, I'm turning the back off. Dang it, spatula, do your job. You have one purpose here. What you want to do first is you got to get you some wheat. And I went to the store to try and buy actual bits of wheat. And they don't sell stalks of wheat anymore. They sell thin wheat. What you want to do is not drop them all over the floor. These are harder to hold than I expected. I anticipated a lot of problems making these videos, but I didn't anticipate it being a problem to hold the wheat. We just put those 3 in a row, right? Wrong. It's not down the flax. It's across the wheat. Thank you, wheat. Look what that is in here. It's bread. Put them in our crafting table. In proper horizontal function, format, something, whatever. Bread! I'm not in the shot. I got 4 loaves of bread. I can put these in my hot bar down here at the bottom of the screen, in each slot. And then if I lose any hearts, I can get 2.5 back every time I eat one of these. That's 4 times 2.5. That's practically 10 in some circles. Let's say you got access to a cave, red mushrooms and other mushrooms. You take those mushrooms that you should have unpackaged earlier. I think I'm ripping off part of the mushroom with the packaging. Red mushroom and your white mushroom, or your white mushroom and your red mushroom. It doesn't really matter. But as you can see, nothing's popped up in our little box yet. That's because we don't have a bowl. Now, sure, if you have a wooden bowl, you can just take your wooden bowl, drop it in here, and boom, what do you got? Mushroom soup. This is delicious. I can just eat this out of this bowl right now. There's a wiki for this. I'm not going to use it. Is someone hammering? Luckily, we're not shooting this on any sort of film. Costs money. And boom, mushroom soup. Let's say that you're out somewhere and you don't have any lumber. That was a lot closer to the computer than I anticipated. Okay, so you're out. You got your red mushroom. You got your white mushroom or brown mushroom or whatever. You don't got a bowl. What do? They've been doing this at the Panera. You take a loaf of bread and you put it underneath your mushrooms. And then what do you got here? You got a bread bowl. Look at that, bread bowl. Mushroom soup in bread. That's like 6.5 hearts. It's just elementary math. It's just simple math. Yeah. You can do math. This actually tastes nothing like mushrooms. I have no idea why. That was a lot more bread than I intended to put in my mouth. 90% of recording while your next door neighbor is hanging paintings is just being really angry. Like when you go do sports, they always tell you, oh, you gotta go in there hungry. No, that's wrong. What if somebody takes your hearts by hitting you with an arrow? Bread bowl. It's real easy. Do it at home. The trick to filming a video where you drink beer is already having the beer. You'll notice that was like one of the only things that I had planned for this that actually worked out. You do the math. It took a long time to set this thing up, and I can't just leave it here. They better stop hammering so I can get this done.